Yo, people. Okay, this is a less depressing video um, after the one I just made, and I thought I would talk about things that I like as of recent. I had to look around my room because I don't have a whole lot to share with you, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot to share with you. But I have the goodies. Yeah, you can't see them, but they're right next to me. And I'm trying to decide what order I want to go in. Probably with like media stuff and then just a little trinkets and things that I have bought. So, um, okay. So on to movies. I am a big Tim Burton fan. Also a Ewan McGregor fan. That's Mick fan. Um, and I had forgotten about this movie until my friend made me watch it, or I was texting her, and then she said she was watching this movie, and then I'm like I had totally forgotten about this movie, and then I found it, so I bought it, and it is Big Fish. And if you haven't, woo, okay, reflection. Big Fish is an awesome film. It's totally bizarre, and it has who's in this. We have. That's kind of weird that he's not on the biggest. Well, you have Ewan McGregor, you have Helena Bonham Carter, Alison Lohman, Robert something, Marion. You know that one Marion French chick that's in every movie? Her, the one with the last name that starts with a C that I can't pronounce. Steve Buscemi, Danny DeVito, Albert Finney, and holy crap! American Horror Story. What's her name? Jessica Lange. She's in it. Jessica Lange. So this one, if you're up for like a weird, bizarro plot line and just a bizarre history of somebody's life, Big Fish is awesome. And definitely doesn't seem like a Tim Burton film to make, but because it's not really all that dark, so that's kind of a relief, I guess. I don't know if you dislike dark movies, but it just has a different sort of life to it. The next one is kind of still dark. Who directed this? Jim Jarmusch? I don't know. I'm not good at pronouncing last names. I'm horrible at it. And I had heard about this movie a while ago, and but it was like one of those kind of alternative movies that it wasn't being previewed at a lot of movie theaters, but I watched the trailer for it, and I was like, I have to watch this movie because Tom Hiddleston's in it, and everybody who knows me knows that I love Tom Hiddleston. I have an even more large love for somebody else, but Tom Hiddleston still owns a portion of my heart. Okay. The Only Lovers Left Alive. Woo! Okay, reflection. This is really freaking annoying. The Only Lovers Left Alive. Vampires with yak wigs. It's basically like a day in the life of a vampire couple, and one lives in Morocco, and the other one lives in. Where does he live? Why do I want to say that it's Chicago? I don't know. He lives in, or is it not Chicago? Is it Detroit? It's one of those cities. But yeah, so you got kind of the yin and yang vampire couple, and it's actually super interesting, and I love the way that it was. I guess I didn't know what I was expecting with it, but it was. I really liked it. I liked the acting in it. The storyline was kind of bizarre, just because it was so simple, yet complicated. Sorry about that. And I love the fact that they made. Actually, I'm not going to tell you because that'll just be a spoiler. But there's a huge literary icon in this portrayed in this film, and I just got a kick out of what they did with him. The next one, which is so beautiful, it's disgusting, and I have a massive Mondo crush on the lead character, lead actor, whatever. And it's so much more than a crush. I'm not even going to get into it because even if I made a YouTube video about it, I'm sure everybody would be like, oh my god, I know how you feel. It's like, no, you don't understand my infatuation for this man, okay? It's called The Fall. And even if you don't like Lee Pace, you don't have to, but if you don't like him, I hate you. And I don't hate you. I'll question your logic a little bit, but whatever. Lee Pace is fantastic in this movie, and it's like a story within a story within a story. Are there 3 layers of story in this? It kind of 2.5 layers of story. But my god, the cinematography in this movie is incredible. It was absolutely not what I was expecting. Like, I had to read what the plot was to even understand. I wanted to read it before I watched it because I watched the trailer and I got confused. And so I read the plot, and then I bought the movie, and then I watched it, and it is just beautifully made. It's a really heartbreaking story. So if you're into something, if you just want to watch something that's kind of mind-blowing and you want to watch a movie about places and settings that you would have never really dreamt of before, this is excellent. Okay. As I said before in I'm going on to books now. As I had said, in another video, I don't remember which one it was. I made it a while ago. Books. Stop getting blurry. Okay. Why aren't you? Oh, God, there we go. Okay, it's focusing. On to books. Sorry, my nose is running. I got a little bit emotional earlier. Wuthering Heights. Yes, this is a Norton Critical Edition. I'm sure there are better looking ones in bookstores. If you haven't read Wuthering Heights, prepare to have your heart ripped out of your chest and torn into pieces and run over by like a stampede of elephants, because this is such an excellent book. Emily Bronte is a fucking genius. I can't get enough of this book. Like, my mind's still about it, and I read it a month ago, and I'm still like, the story just breaks my heart. It really does. So, and it's so dark and really modern for the time that it was written, because it was written in, when was this written? 1847. For the time, and just the motifs and the themes and the concept and context of the story is just phenomenal. So if you want to read something dark, like if it's going to pour down raining at your house, or if you're going to have like a freaking lightning thunderstorm, this is an excellent book to read next to the fire. Yeah, Wuthering Heights. Another book that I read this past term, now that the term is over, thank God, was Twelfth Night. And I read this in my Renaissance Lit class, which is so funny because I read Shakespeare in my Shakespeare class the term before, and then in my Renaissance Lit class we have to read more Shakespeare. Not surprising because the professor that is teaching it studied Shakespeare, so it makes sense that he would add Shakespeare. But Wuthering Heights, I tell you, Wuthering Heights is everywhere. Okay, sorry, Twelfth Night. Hilarious. It's a hilarious story, and just, it's absolutely bizarre when you think about how it would have been performed when it was written, because at the time that Shakespeare wrote it and it would be performed, they only had all male troops. And the character, well, one of the characters, Viola, I just like calling her Vi because when I hear Viola, I think of like the instrument and I get really confused. Or I want to call her Violet, so I just call her Vi. It makes it easier. Is in the story, in the play, in the text, whatever, is a girl who gets shipwrecked and has to cross-dress and pretend that she is a man to get into this count's kind of good graces of the town that she got shipwrecked on. And then she falls in love with the count, but the count doesn't know that she's a she because he thinks she is a he, and it gets really confusing. The point being that this would have been performed by an all-male troupe, so it would have been a man pretending to be a woman, pretending to be a man, falling in love with a man, and then having a woman being played by a man falling in love with him. It's confusing. So if you watch productions of it, there was one that we watched from the Globe that was hilarious because it was performed by an all-male troupe, and it was just, oh my god, we were crying in class. So if you can stand reading Shakespeare, I mean, if you can understand it, or if you're willing to take the time to understand it and read it. I'm so sorry, why the hell am I so gassy? Sorry. It's a good one. Next are just little trinkets. I'm not going to tell you what they're for, but I'm really happy with them. I ordered one from Etsy and then the other from Amazon. So I ordered a bunch of like little skeleton keys for crafts of sorts. And I don't know how many I got in here, but they're super awesome and I'm excited to use them. I'm going to open a little bag. But like, look at these guys. If I can get one out. Look at these guys. They're just super rad. Like, I've never seen a bunch of little keys in a craft store before. So this is super exciting. I mean, like, oh, that one's the same. Some of them are repeated in here, and I knew that. But like, they're super cute. Is that one different? No, is that, aha! That one's different. But that one's kind of cool. I just thought they were really neat, and who doesn't like skeleton keys, even if they're miniature? They're kind of still badass. You kind of believe that they're gonna go to like a little dollhouse or unlock a hidden fairy world in the forest. I don't know, but they're kind of cool. Next thing I bought, and I'm not going to explain why I bought them, were these porcupine quills from Etsy. I do not know how many are in here, but trying to get them out of the packaging really hurt my fucking hands. Not getting them out of this packaging, but getting them out of the packaging that they came in while they were still inside this packaging. Yeah, got poked multiple times, and I don't know how many are in here, but I'm impressed by how many there are in here. They're kind of dirty. There's hair particles and probably some skin flakes in here and stuff. But yeah, I'm still impressed by how many. I mean, look at this. That is a lot of porcupine quills. I'm just saying. Okay, enough about the porcupine quills. I'm gonna let the dogs out for a second. Okay. Next thing, some people know this about me, although not a lot of people. God, my neck. A lot of people don't know this about me, because I don't have a lot of them in my room, because I don't have a lot of places to put them, because I don't have shelves. But I love teapots. I don't drink a lot of tea. I'm not a huge tea drinker, but I just like the way teapots look, and I like how interesting people can make them. So sometimes on random days, I'll go hunt out a weird looking teapot and buy it just because I think they're awesome. I have a few on my bookshelf. Those are the ones that you've seen. But a couple of days ago, or maybe it was a couple of weeks ago, I saw this one when I was out with a friend. Look at how freaking cool this thing is. I saw it and I was like, I have to buy it. I mean, look at it. It's covering my nose. That's pretty awesome. Look at it though. It's huge. It's like bigger than my. Is it bigger than my face? I can't tell. It must be because I can't see the screen. It's a big teapot. And it does have the holes inside. So, you know, to pour shit out of it. It's just really, I just thought it was awesome. And totally unique and vintage looking. So, I bought it. Next things are just random little beauty products. And the camera's getting all fuzzy again. Fuck you, camera. This thing I was wearing in my last video. It's a headscarf that I bought on clearance at Claire's. Yes, I still shop at Claire's. Don't make fun of me. We don't have a lot of places to buy earrings at that are kind of cheap here. So we have, I don't want to know what's on Netflix right now. But I love this because headbands aren't really working for me right now because my hair is such an awkward length. And this just adds more color and dimension and patterns, and it still keeps the hair off my neck. I kind of look like a gypsy pirate ninja turtle, but I don't give a fuck. So there's that. Next, stippling brush. Ooh. Stippling brush. Before, when I applied makeup, I just had like the triangular sponges, you know, whatever, but it didn't blend in enough, and I would still have lines on my jawline and all my cheeks and stuff from that. Stippling brushes have saved my life. I still can't find foundation that actually fits my skin tone correctly. A lot of them are still too dark, and you can see, even though I try to blend it in as much as possible around my jawline, you can still see a line of sorts. But not as badly. So stippling brushes, this is e.l.f. I mean, I'm cheap ass, so e.l.f. small stipple brush. Yeah, because I'm Po. But stippling brushes are awesome. Next thing is another thing from e.l.f. e.l.f. so great. You know, their prices have gone up from like $1 to $4, and that kind of pisses me off. I was happy with the $1 thing. This is a lip exfoliator. I know I was supposed to read the instructions, but I didn't, and it's kind of weird because, and sorry, it has some lip stuff on it, but it has like these weird bumpy ridges on it to exfoliate your lips, and that's kind of bizarre, but I like it. And actually, you probably are supposed to like wipe it off afterwards. I don't know. I've kept it on. My lips haven't fallen off or got weird. But it actually makes lipstick last longer and stay on my mouth longer. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Then this is lipstick butter from NYX or NYX, NYX, whatever, NYX. And this stuff is actually pretty cool. Licorice is the color of this. They didn't have one that was darker than this, and that kind of pisses me off because I really like the dark colors. But this stuff lasts a lot longer than regular lipstick. And even after you've even after you have eaten stuff or drank stuff or whatever, it kind of still lasts through that. Not as bold and as bright, but it kind of looks like a lip tint afterwards, and you don't have like the massive crazy lines on your lips, so I enjoy that. Last but not least is this purchase that I made a couple of days ago. I was a little bit confused at first because what I had tried before was BB cream, and this is CC cream. Yes, and now there'll be like DD cream, I'm sure. So I bought this, and it's actually helped with my breakouts a lot, which is totally bizarre. So this is Aveeno I want to turn that around. Whatever, it's not going to turn around. Aveeno Positively Radiant CC Cream. And it was like 15 bucks, which is a lot for me. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I spend $60 on my foundation and makeup and stuff. Not when you're a college student. I'm a cheap ass. But a couple of days before I had bought this, I saw one that I thought was this that was on clearance, and I regretted not buying it. And that was BB cream. This is CC cream. They're different, apparently. This, I thought, was more of a, I should have read it closely, was more of a, like, I thought it was going to be BB cream or whatever. When I put it on, I'll just put a little squirt, and this stuff comes out super fast. Kind of is awkward, huh? That's not really going to help, is it? Nope, not really. Not really. I don't know what I'm going to put it on now. Now I'm confused what I'm going to do with this. Sure, I'll put it on my wrist. Why not? Ooh. And I had thought it was going to be like BB cream. It's not. It's more like what is it? Like a tinted, it even smells like lotion. It's basically like a face moisturizer BB cream. God, it's so hard to explain. It smells like lotion. You put it on your face and it doesn't continue to run. If you leave it in one spot, it will dry there. It's just kind of bizarre. But it's actually, so funny. It totally smells like lotion. And at first I had put it on top of the rest of my makeup and it was too orange. It's too dark. Even if it says fair to light, it's still not light enough for me. Which is so funny because it looks lighter when it's wet, and then when it dries, it turns darker, and that got me really mad. So when I put it on top at first, it didn't work out, and so now I'm starting, when I do my makeup, I start with that. And actually, for me being so close to my time of the month, my face is really not that messy. Normally it's like totally blown up acne, but for some odd reason this has helped. I can't explain why, and maybe it's because I've been matching it with the soap that I made. Yes, I made some soap, and sorry Brianna, I can't give it to you because it has lavender in it. I know that you're allergic to lavender and it breaks my heart, but that has oats in it, and it's been making my skin really soft, and it has oats, lavender, and chamomile flowers in it, you guys. Pretty simple stuff. And, one second. Come on, Stink. And, need to let my dog up. Come on. Ooh. Okay, what is that poop? Go away. Okay. But it has really been wonderful for my skin. So if you want to invest in, I mean, give it a try. If you have 15 bucks to blow on stuff. But it's been working out pretty well so far. My face hasn't fallen off in the same way that the lip exfoliator hasn't made my lips fall off, so that's good. But yeah, this video has been really long, and I'm going to have to edit it, and yeah. So that's all I got for now.